Guys, what's happening? Today is Saturday, September 28th, 2024. Should be April 28th. Dealing with a bunch of mud right now. I've been getting nothing but rain. Hasn't been a lot of rain, but it's been steady rain and none of it's running off. Everything's just getting well saturated and it's just a big mess. We'll put it that way. It's not very nice weather right now for anything. All the corn's still standing. There's some that's ready, but can't be hogging through the fields in this kind of weather. It's just not worth it. We got the big tractor on the mixer, the 2294. The 2090, it's down. It's got something wrong with the power shift. It only goes forward in the one gear and goes reverse the other three. It's only supposed to have one reverse gear, so something's definitely wrong there. Normally we put the other white tractor on the mixer, the 2290. It's the second backup, but it's got the one rim's leaking. It's dark in here, you can't see, but there's a spot right here where my finger's at. It's kind of rusted through there. Must have a crack there and it's leaking fluid out. Right now where it's sitting, I don't think it's leaking, but we have to get that cleaned up and put a bead of weld on that, and this should be fine. This all happened last Saturday. We were gonna put this tractor on, and then discovered the rim was leaking and the tire was low, so we ended up putting the 2294 on there. It's all right, we don't need it. Runs the mixer perfectly fine. Surprisingly, the mixer does actually work that tractor a little bit. You wouldn't think, but the mixer takes a good bit of power, especially grinding those bales up. That's what takes the most power. The bucket put on the skid loader here, go across. Now both our high moisture corn and corn silage is across the road, so that'll take the tractor mixer across. I'll take this across, and we'll get the rest of the feed mixed up. We got the feed mixed up and it's still mist and rain. It's probably gonna be doing that all day. It's been like that this past whole week. We were really dry there for a while and it was looking like we were gonna be able to cut corn on time, but now we got the rain that really pushed things back, and probably won't be getting into the fields for at least a couple weeks yet, until things get dried off, because now it's not very warm, so things don't dry out very fast. We got some dry cows that need to put across the road. We dried 2 up this morning, and then 1 this past week. We got to run them across there. We got those dry cows put across, and my dad had run the feed in. I didn't film that, but he was running feed in while I was talking there. But anyhow, we come up to feed the heifers. Dad's out front with the new Holland scooping the smaller pen out. I had scooped the one out, and I come out back here with the gale. I got to scoop this here mess out. We just cleaned this out not too long ago, and it doesn't take much for these beef cattle to make a mess out of everything, it seems like. Especially up here where they eat. You can see the manure's pretty high over there, so get that cleaned out and put it out here in a pile and get them bedded up. Got the pens all scooped out and bedded up. I didn't film any of the bedding, but gotta get the skid loader cleaned up here a little bit. Then we got calf pens that need bedded up back here. This here bedding spreader is pretty nice for bedding the calf pens. It has a discharge on either side, so we use it to bed the freestalls too. We've had it for a long time. It's starting to show some wear. It's rusting through here along the sides a little bit, but it's still pretty solid yet. Up here along the bank, we have these 7 individual huts. You can't reach the huts with the spreader, so you have to shovel it back in there. You can blow it up here, then you got to push it in from the outside, and it's pretty much just twice the amount of work, so you might as well just be done with it and shovel it all in. But the rest of the pens, you can blow it in. You got to push some of it in some places, but otherwise it can reach for the most part. Got the calves all bedded up. Got a visitor here. Want to say hi?
Hey, howdy guys.
This is Alex. Dad helped finish bedding in the calves, and then Alex was watering the calves. So they're all taken care of. Now we just gotta finish up mixing feed and go get started with the milking. These just pop off, and then the milkers get sanitized, gets through a wash cycle, and then these here go up in this tray until we're done milking when they're put back on. Milkers just hang here on these hooks, and then whenever you get cows in, take them off, and you hook up the takeoff rope. These milkers here have automatic takeoffs on them. So as far as what we need to get ready, just the milkers, and then 2 dippers at each end, a post dip and a pre-dip, and then 4 plugs. Sometimes you'll have 3/4 cows that will need a plug. And then we got microfiber towels here that we use to wipe the cows off. These here get washed. We have 2 sets, 1 set for each milking, and then we wash them and dry them. That way you're not wasting paper towels. Are reusable. Every once in a while you have to replace them, but they usually last quite a bit. Pre-dip on, now we're going through and strip the cow out. Make sure she don't have any mastitis, and that'll also stimulate it and let her know to let her milk down so she milks out better. I go through with the microfiber towel, wipe the sheets off, make sure you get the teat ends good. Sometimes manure likes to stick to them, so you gotta get them good and clean. milkers, they have a pulsator, so it's kind of like squeezing your hand. So every time it pulsates, it's kind of squeezing, and then the vacuum helps pull the milk out, and then sucks the milk in that way. But each individual inflation is pulsating on each teat. Now these here are milking. This is just when we first start. We switch back from each side of the milker, as Alex is saying. So now we got the milkers on these on this side. We'll go down through this side of our post dip, get them ready, and then whenever they're done milking, we'll switch them out, switch the cows out, bring new cows in, and just keep rotating back and forth every other cow we milk. Whenever you strip the cow for the first couple strips, we'll have a higher cell count. So it's kind of also the idea of stripping each teat out, checking mastitis, and it also gets rid of that high cell count, so your overall somatic cell count won't be as high.
So that usually kills any bacteria that's growing on their teats and stuff, and all of that stuff. And then whenever they come back in tomorrow morning, that'll be all gone. And then they'll do the same thing again tomorrow morning.
So we got the first two groups. It's on the second side now. We're milking the second side, and then we'll let the other side out, and we'll get new cows in. Got the milking all done. Just finished feeding the calves. Yeah, I shut this water off here going to this one trough. And then that'll be everything for today. This 2090 here on these 90 series, they got this here piece. I'm not sure what the correct name for it is, but it has something to do with your power shift. It's where all your power shift linkage goes into. And whenever the tractor wouldn't go forward, it would only go reverse. We looking down here, thought maybe it was something with the linkages, thought maybe the cable might have broke or stretched or something, and we noticed this here linkage wasn't going down the whole way, and that's your clutch. So we thought, well, maybe it's a clutch cable. We actually had a clutch cable for these tractors. Put one of them on it. It runs clear over here and then goes inside your pedal. But I had to turn the dash out and all that stuff. But that was a problem. That cable was going bad because now it's going back to where it should be over there on that box. But the tractor still don't move in first or second. You have to bump it up to 3 on the power shift to get to move forward. It'll get reverse in 2, 1, and reverse. But it shifts. If you have the tractor in neutral, you can shift up through the gears. But for some reason, something's not sending pressure where it should be, which makes us think that it's something to do with that box there. So hopefully we can get that figured out, and it's nothing too terrible major that we can't fix. Hopefully it's something that the tractor don't need split. That would be quite something major to do that. It's got a couple of oil leaks on it too. I did have them fixed, and now it's got a puddle of oil under it, so I have to look into that too. It seems like it's always something. This tractor here's got 12,000 hours on it. I mean, they don't last forever, but they do if you take care of them. I mean, we take care of these tractors pretty well. It does have to sit outside on the feed mixer, but other than that, it gets maintained as far as oil changes and all that stuff goes. These tractors get a bad reputation because the transmissions weren't built too strong in them. You can't be real hard on them, you know. But we never, you know, had problems before with them until now. Hopefully we can get that figured out, get this tractor back on the mixer, free that 2294 back up, because we're gonna need it to bale corn fodder and stuff here eventually this fall. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of feeding, a little bit of milking, cleaning pens out, whatnot. Just a little bit of everything going on here today. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button down there. And if you're not subscribed, I highly suggest subscribing so you know whenever I post a new video. If you got any comments, let them down there as well too. I usually do read them. Thanks guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. We'll see ya.